I remember those days when Robert began to focus on making money with his video business. It was incredible to watch.
It didn't take me a minute to realize that I had a gem of a business idea here. So from the day the ad came out, I started concentrating on this business, constantly defining, refining, and redefining my modus operandi. It was trial and error since I was basically blazing a new trail. I started combining unrelated ideas and themes into a whole or complete unit. I combined services that other companies loathed and didn't want to mess with into easy-to-operate profit centers that filled a genuine consumer need. I learned how to find customers for those services and how to keep those customers coming back. As Earl Nightingale has said, I learned how to sell them in bunches. I also learned what worked and what didn't work. I designed new marketing techniques and spent endless hours researching the latest video equipment. I read everything about video and marketing that I could get my hands on. By 1995, I had a thriving, well-organized, home-based video business. I was making tons of money. In 1998 alone, I made over $100,000 net profit from my small upstairs bedroom studio. Not bad, considering that in the early days, I was working with far fewer profit centers. You'll be starting with a minimum of 27 profit centers, complete advertising and marketing support, a solid support staff here in Indianapolis, and superb training that will give you a giant advantage over any competitors. I believe there is no other business out there, even today, quite like Home Video Studio. It's a fun and exciting lifestyle business that anyone with the ability to focus and concentrate can achieve success in. I designed it that way. I spent 18 years creating a way for my family to become financially independent while enjoying the lifestyle of freedom and fulfillment. And I was thrilled to know that I could still experience the joy of creating using my imagination and talents. I spent the last 16 years designing Home Video Studio for you, creating a way for you to duplicate, excuse that pun, my success and become financially independent, and in the process, regain your creative and lifestyle freedom. This is where the 8C, creativity, comes into play. If you are creative, then this is a great business for you. I believe that most people are creative in one way or another. You may be creative with video, photography, or just something else in your life, and that's fine. You do not, I repeat, you do not have to be what some people call a creative person to be successful in your own home video studio. Creativity is helpful and wonderful, but it's not mandatory. In fact, we can almost say that the less creative you are, the more money you will make. You'll probably fiddle with things less. You know, I tell a story when I go out to trade shows like NAB or CES. I speak to large and small groups of videographers and others who are in the video production business. I always hold up my hand and say, anybody who has done a video production or any other kind of video service for free, please raise your hand. Almost everybody in the room will raise their hand. We've all done it. We've all done the freebie thing because we think we need to in order to get started in the business. Or we rationalize our thinking that we need the experience before people will take us seriously. We'll do work, good work, and we won't charge as much as we should. So unfortunately, many creative people simply give their talent and services away. Well, I'm going to teach you to respect your prices and not give your videos away. So, the 8C is creativity. If you enjoy being creative, you'll love HVS because we'll teach you how to get paid well for your creativity. Now, near the end of this recording, I'm going to explain our 9th C, a concept that is so current, so important, and so easy to understand that you'll see how all of this works together for your success. Now, before Al explains the basic concepts of our 27 profit centers, I'd like to mention just a few common concerns that most people have about our business and the profit centers. It's common for our listeners to get on Google and scope out the competition. The most asked question is this: There are companies in my area doing video. Is there room for me? Well, the answer is yes, of course. Competition is good. Coke needs Pepsi, and there is a McDonald's and Burger King on every corner. We want you to have at least some competition in your area. We're not afraid of competition at all. No one does video like a home video studio network business. We are totally unique with our customer-focused approach to video services. The new video companies that we set up usually dominate the competition in whatever market we go into. We don't mind competition, but the reality is that most other video companies are not geared to one-on-one competition. We'll train you to be the market leader in your area. If I was another video company, I would be scared to death to have an HVSN studio open up in my area. And that's another thing. Those listening now should act quickly to secure their territory. We can only put so many studios into a given area, so act quickly. Call me today. Another concern is people's buying habits. I get this question all the time. Will HVS work in my community? Well, people are people everywhere, and the people in Indianapolis are basically the same as the people in Apex, North Carolina, or Westfield, New Jersey. We all eat and drink. We all need video services. You know, a quarter pounder from McDonald's costs the same on Long Island as it does in Long Beach, California. People are used to paying a fair price for good products and services.
In your home video studio business, you'll have 27 profit centers from the start. HVS is always researching and testing new profit centers, and as they come online, they'll be available to you. Now, here are the first 27. These aren't listed in any particular order of importance. Each one is important in and of itself. The Big Six profit centers. First, I'm going to tell you about what Robert calls our Big Six profit centers, and here they are. Videotape to DVD transfer, home movie transfer, video editing, photo-video keepsakes, video to the cloud, digital video archive, DVA, and video production. Profit center number 1 is videotape to DVD transfer. It's our bread and butter profit center. Videotapes for transfer will be coming into your studio on a daily basis. You'll find that people who have videotapes for transfer will have a lot of other video requests for you to fill as well. Plus, they'll have a lot of friends and family who will become your customers too. Videotape to DVD transfer is definitely one of our hottest profit centers in terms of volume and profit. Customers are constantly bringing in bags and boxes of old videotapes.
In a few words, we can sum up your new video business as turning video into gold, because that's exactly what our videotape to DVD transfer service is. It's one of the foundations of our system. Content, as we have discussed earlier, is the name of the game. You'll find that the customers you initially get with this service will fuel your entire business because they have lots of content. Millions and millions of home movies were filmed during the 1940s, 50s, 60s, and 70s. Transferring them to video has become a lucrative business. In fact, it's the next one of our Big Six profit centers. Profit center number 2, home movie transfer. And we're talking about film here, not videotape. But here's the best part about this profit center. You merely take orders from your customers and then send the movies to Indianapolis for transfer. The Film Transfer Lab does all of the work, and you make the money.
Now here's the rationale for sending the film to Indianapolis and not attempting to transfer it yourself. First of all, professional-level film transfer equipment is very expensive. It runs into the 6 figures. And second, transferring old home movie film is a very tedious job. So essentially, if you were to transfer your customer's film, you would just become an hourly employee in your own business. You would be trading hours for dollars. There would be no time left for marketing and running your business. Once you have the master DVD or DVA of their transferred movies, you'll make even more money by making DVD copies and or uploading video, DVAs, to digital video archive for your customer and their family and friends. We'll explain a little later about DVA, Digital Video Archive. It's our newest and a most interesting profit center. Home movie transfer is essentially very easy to do. Again, all you're really doing is taking orders. We teach you exactly what to do and say. It's very simple. These projects can be small, in the $200 to $300 range, or quite large, in the thousands of dollars. And the best part is, there seems to be an unlimited source of business out there hiding in attics, closets, and shoeboxes all over the country. Our third profit center is simply called video editing. With the advent of better and cheaper video cameras and smartphones, more and more companies and organizations are shooting their own videos. The shooting part is fairly easy, especially since many people use their smartphones. However, even good amateur videographers need your help to edit their video professionally. With our training and your HVS studio that's so easy to use, you'll be able to take an average raw video and give it a professional polish. We'll teach you the tricks of the trade, dazzling effects, the use of state-of-the-art techniques, how to use layers of video to create stunning graphics, the right voice for narration, everything you need to create first-class productions and amaze your customers. And this is another pure profit area. Doctors and lawyers charge $100 an hour or more. You can too.
Al, what you just said about making money is so important. I'd like to expand upon it just a little because video editing is a very profitable center. It's an area where you can really make the money with your creative abilities. As we mentioned earlier, most people will pay you almost anything reasonable to get their project completed on time. Companies especially often need this work completed quickly to meet some sort of deadline. These assignments give you the opportunity to do several things. First, you get to demonstrate your professional abilities to accomplish the task under tight deadlines. Second, you get to charge a premium rate to do the work on a rush basis. This means that you are probably making far more than $100 an hour. And third, you get to establish a strong personal relationship with your customer. You will often have bailed someone out of a tight spot by delivering this service on time, so they feel very, very good about your company. For example, a manufacturer's rep might bring you a video of his company's newest gizmo and their company logo. He wants you to edit the tape, add narration and music, and animate that logo. And he wants it done in 48 hours. You say, no problem, and you do the job. But here's the best part. Instead of charging him $300 for 3 hours work, you get to charge him $1,500 because you are adding creative and rush charges to the invoice. It's fair, it's a common practice in our industry, and the customer is usually quite happy to pay the price for your professional services. These kind of assignments pop up all the time. Companies that have video taken off hard drives, DVDs, or smartphones, and more. People who want you to edit several videos together, and still those who want a Hollywood type of production with narration and music. And then you'll transfer everything to DVD or to a DVA for upload to the web. Believe me, you'll enjoy the creative challenge and that check. This is also an area, if you are creative, you can really excel. In your spare time, for example, you can produce programs for your family, church, club, or school. It's really fun and exciting. Perhaps you want to make your own movies, short films, or documentaries. For years, I put together a special video for our family reunions, and everybody eagerly awaits the next edition. They really love it. I also produce many fundraising videos for our church. It's nice to give back to the community whenever we can. Also, you can produce videos that you can sell to the general public. Let's say that you know a lot about a subject and you can teach people how to do whatever that is. For example, one of my good friends loves to cook. We've been chatting lately about doing a series of cooking videos and setting up a YouTube channel, kind of like a joint venture. You could do something similar, a home repair video, a fly fishing video, car repairs, or well, you get the idea. With your home video studio, you'll have all the tools you need.
Profit Center number 4 is Videotapes to the Cloud, Digital Video Archive, or DVA for short. This is our newest service. For at least the past 10 years, the entire world has been moving online. Americans are connected to the internet at all times through their devices, computers, smartphones, tablets, and the like. We shop online, Amazon.com. We communicate online, Facebook. We're entertained online, Netflix. And now we view, edit, archive, and share our personal video content online at digitalvideoarchive.com, or DVA for short. It's only natural that we want to enjoy our video content, our memories, wherever we are. More and more of our customers are requesting that we transfer their videotapes to the cloud instead of DVD. You can do that in your new studio thanks to the folks at Digital Video Archive. By the way, DVA is the first profit center ever to give you residual income. Now here's Robert with more on this wonderful new profit center.
We have a great new product and service at Home Video Studio. In fact, it's actually a product, a place, and a service. The product in our fourth profit center is the transfer of videotapes to DVA. The place is digitalvideoarchive.com, where our customers' videos are archived. And the service that Digital Video Archive provides gives your customers a safe, fun, and private viewing experience for them and their friends and family. Again, the DVA, Digital Video Archive, is a specially designed and engineered MP4 file format containing unique, customizable metadata, title information, chapter markers, thumbnail images, and more, which enables playback on a DVA player, computer, smartphone, tablet, and smart TV, with internet access, of course. DVAs are easily viewed, modified, edited, shared, and stored archivally in the cloud at digitalvideoarchive.com. DVAs can be accessed by your phone, smartphone, tablet, as well as your PC or Mac. A DVA can be shared with one person, several family members, or your entire circle of friends and family. The transfer of your customer's precious video to DVA requires special equipment and software. It's called DVA Deluxe. How does DVA Deluxe work? Let me explain briefly. A DVA Deluxe is an on-the-fly video transfer system. It transfers videos to DVD and DVA in real time, so this piece of equipment will serve double duty in your studio. You merely use your computer keyboard to input metadata, the customer's name and the title of their video, such as the Smith family vacation to Hawaii, May 21st, 1998, and then press play and record. Your DVA Deluxe will make a DVA for you as well as a professionally offered DVD at the same time if you like. Now your system comes with 1, 2, or more DVA Deluxes, so you can multitask. We'll have more to say about multitasking in just a few minutes.
The next Big Six profit center number 5, is called Photo Video Keepsakes. If you ask our studio owners what their favorite profit center is, the majority will answer Photo Video Keepsakes. This profit center is probably the most fun of all the profit centers. And best of all, it's practically all pure profit. Everyone takes photographs, especially families. With your video business, you can assemble these precious family photos on video, add a little music, and create captions for your customers. You can capture bowling trophies, newspaper clippings, diplomas, printed wedding and anniversary programs, school recitals, blue ribbons from the 4-H fair. Anything you can photograph, you can use to create a family keepsake. And they'll pay you handsomely for your work. These photo video keepsakes are popular for anniversaries, birthdays, graduations, bar mitzvahs, memorials, weddings, businesses, special events, and so forth. When your customers watch the finished product, they relive the experiences they're viewing. They often break down and cry. Your customers can bring in their old home movies and home videos, and you can incorporate them into the video as well. They'll be thrilled with your creation. It's amazing and truly rewarding. This is the most emotional product we have. And emotion, as you well know, sells. Now, the nice thing about photo video keepsakes is that they are here to stay. The demand for this service is continuing to grow each year. Photo video keepsakes will be one of your most lucrative profit centers. After all, everyone takes photographs.
I did my first photo video back in 1992 for a young woman who wanted to put some photos on video for her dying grandfather. I had had similar requests in the past, but demand for photo videos was becoming more and more frequent. Since making money was now my goal, and I needed the money, necessity became the mother of invention. I was definitely in need, so I accepted her assignment. We finished her photo keepsake in about 5 hours. She was thrilled, and I was $500 richer. It was extremely easy and fun work. In the beginning, it took me a long time to do these projects, but over the years, we've developed techniques and incorporated special equipment that speeds up the process dramatically. We'll teach you these techniques and how our technology works when you come to Indianapolis for your training sessions. For example, our training staff will teach you how to do a $300 photo job in about 2 hours. That's more than $150 an hour. With the proper equipment and training, you'll find that producing photo videos is a very easy thing to do, and it's very fun. You can do it while watching TV or listening to music. I still occasionally do photo video keepsakes because I love them so much. I just finished one while watching my favorite TV show. How would you like to get paid for watching your favorite TV show or listening to the radio?
Now let's talk about video production, profit center number 6, the final one of our big 6. The secret to your success in video production is knowing what jobs to take and what jobs to avoid. So, during your training, we'll make sure you know how to make those choices so that you aren't trading hours for dollars and wasting your time and talent. We're going to train you to be an expert in video production, of course, but you will learn that many projects can simply eat up your time without enjoying enough profit.
For example, we are not big on productions that zap our time, productions that take us out of our studio for days on end. Anything that involves taking cameras out and recording an event for hours and hours and hours is not usually our cup of tea. So what is our thing? Well, our thing is value-added video productions. I can go out and record a video for a client from 2 hours to a full day, and I can come back and put that into a value-added production for them. That's going to be more than 2 hours or the 5 or 10 hours I was going to get paid for. Instead of just getting paid $1,000, I would get paid $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, or even $25,000. It's a value-added video production. I'll teach you how to do that. The key to success in video production is knowing which projects to take and which ones to turn away. We will teach you how to make those right choices and avoid the wrong ones. It's called discretion. With discretion, you can pick and choose those projects which you have a passion for and the ones that will be highly profitable. Are you beginning to understand why video production is one of the coolest profit centers? You can pump up your gross income by $5,000 to $10,000 to $15,000 with just one project, and it's really fun. And that's why video production is one of the big 6 profit centers. It's also one of the big 6 because it's the reason why many of us got into this business. We love taking that camera out to produce and shoot video. We're the artist. We're the cinematographer. We're the producer-director. That's why this is such a cool business. We get to go out and shoot. So if you are working in any of the big 6 profit centers, you should be earning about $100 an hour. We'll teach you how to multitask and do all 6 of these profit centers at once. Your DVD and CD duplicator will be running as well as your DVA deluxe system, transferring videos to DVA and DVDs. Your automated studio will be transferring photos and slides to video while you personally work on editing your latest video. You've sent your home movies out for transfer and you have just received a large check in advance for your next video production. Now that's multitasking at its absolute best, and it's no pie-in-the-sky scenario. Now let's take a look at some of the other profit centers, many of which we call feeder profit centers, because these are small jobs that feed us bigger jobs and more clients.
Profit center number 7 is video and audio tape repair. We'll teach you how easy it is to repair broken or damaged video and audio tapes that people used to just throw away. You can save those one-of-a-kind home videos and audios for your customers. Video and audio tape repair is also a great funnel for our other profit centers. You'll find that repair customers will quickly become interested in many of your other services.
That's right, Al. Again, tape repair and many other profit centers are feeders. They feed us new clients. Here's how it works with tape repair. A customer, let's call her Jean, asked her husband, Joe, to find someone to repair their broken wedding tape. As with all of their family tapes, it's priceless to them. Joe looks around, and through the network, which we will teach you to set up, Joe finds your studio. Joe brings his tape to you, and you repair it. End of story? Well, no. Not only do you repair the tape, you offer to transfer the tape to DVD or the cloud. So Joe's initial $19.95 repair turns into double or triple that. It happens all the time. Not only that, Joe becomes your loyal customer, and everybody that Joe knows can become your customer as well. His friends, his buddies, where he goes to church, the people he knows at school, and so forth. Everybody's going to come to your studio eventually. It really builds and builds your business. But wait, there is more. One of the great ways we meet new clients is by luring them to ask us about our work. It's called permission marketing. Many times with our feeder profit centers, the actual person who seeks you out for a repair or a one-off copy of a tape or DVD actually works for a big company or organization, and they're well connected. In my early days, back in the 1980s, I used to do cold calling. I'd call on companies looking for business. Let me tell you, cold calling is tough. You can call all day, but you won't get much response. However, when these same people from schools, churches, organizations, small and large companies, even state or local government, when they're in your studio and they find you and they ask about your business, well, it's a completely different ballgame. They almost always want you to edit something or have some other project that you'll eventually do for their business. Now it's their idea. They're the ones doing the asking, and that's why it works so well. Profit center number 8 is obscure video transfer, and it's a huge one. The videotape family tree has been around for more than 40 years, and there are many generations of formats. Almost everyone is familiar with VHS, 8mm, Betamax, and Mini DV, but the family tree of videotapes is very diverse. There are many other video formats such as 1-inch videotape, U-matic, Betacam, international formats like PAL and CCAM, and many more very obscure formats that virtually no one else transfers on a regular basis. Transferring these unique broadcast, international, and rare formats will be another one of your specialties. We call these obscure formats because the obsolete machines capable of playing these tapes are not likely to be found in a basement or a yard sale. We make it our business to find and maintain the equipment needed to transfer these ancient formats. Don't worry, you won't have to personally own and operate this equipment. You'll send it to the lab for conversion. Now, profit center number 9 is called Video to MP4. We have already talked about DVA, our Video to the Cloud transfer service. From time to time, you will have customers who want you to give them a video file that he or she can edit on his or her own computer, or just to save on their own hard drive. With your DVA Deluxe system, you can easily transfer any videotape, or any video for that matter, to a high-quality MP4 file. It's really easy. We've taken out the guesswork from this transfer process. While it's true that most of our customers want to archive and edit their video in the cloud, some people still want to personally store their memories and edit on their PC or Mac. Once again, your DVA Deluxe makes this profit center very, very easy to do.
Pretty impressive, Robert. Now here's another brand new profit center. Profit center number 10, DVD to cloud transfer. DVDs were state-of-the-art for more than 10 years in the home and in the home movie transfer industry. A lot of people have a stack of DVDs at home, full of their personal video content, their family films and videos. This is a hidden danger area for these folks. Of all the old video formats we transfer, believe it or not, DVDs are the most perishable, and here's why. Most DVDs are not archival. When we transfer to DVD, we always use Platinum Archival DVDs. In your new studio, you will as well. These DVDs are rated to last 25 years. Most other companies do not use archival DVDs. In fact, many just use plain old store-bought DVDs. Worse yet, these other companies may have used consumer encoding and not professional encoding. Even worse, a lot of people have transferred and burned their own personal content onto consumer DVDs using their home computers. Their DVDs, and indeed their home movies, are degrading. They're really in jeopardy of being lost. After as little as 2 to 4 years, the data can just fade away and vanish or become corrupt. Also, many people treat DVDs like we used to treat CDs back in the day. You could leave CDs lying around, even out in the car, in direct sunlight, and get dust on them, mishandle them, scratch them, and so forth, and they still played. Well, nothing is further from the truth for DVDs. DVDs are very sensitive, so it's a good idea for your customers to have their DVDs transferred to a digital video archive, a DVA. Profit Center number 11 is legal video services. Our profit centers can be either equipment-driven or content-driven. Now, what that means is that some profit centers are based on the necessity of using a specific piece of equipment to perform a task and, of course, your knowledge of how to use that equipment in a profitable way. Obscure Formats Transfer is a good example of an equipment-driven profit center. On the other hand, some of our profit centers solve a specific need or desire rather than requiring a specific piece of equipment. Legal videos fall into that category. Let me state what we don't do for law firms and attorneys first. Video depositions. Stay away from these. They are tedious, boring, and not profitable. What we do promote to attorneys are video and DVD transfers, digital imaging, and settlement videos. These are services that are very profitable for you. Profit Center number 12 is DVD and CD duplication. DVD and CD duplication should be coming into your studio from small businesses, schools, churches, other organizations, and individuals. You'll also be making copies on DVD and CD from other profit centers for your customers. Duplication is easy to do. It runs in the background. You don't have to monitor the machines. With DVD and CD duplication, the equipment checks itself while duplicating and even imprints labels on the discs automatically. Your DVD and CD duplicator should be running all the time. It's a great unit, and it runs on its own.
Profit Center number 13 is 35mm slide transfer. 35mm slide transfers used to be a love-hate thing for me. I loved to sell the jobs. I loved to get that money in, but I hated to do the work. Some of the 35mm jobs can run into the thousands of dollars. However, doing the work used to take a long time. Not so now. Over the years, we have developed a great workflow for 35mm slide transfer. It is very quick and very easy. Plus, it's just as profitable as ever. The story with 35mm slides dates back to the 1940s, but it was really the 1950s and 60s when shooting family memories with slides became very, very popular. Families would shoot slides like we shoot digital photos now. In other words, they would shoot tons of slides. So you'll find that your average slide customer has about 1,000 to 2,000 slides. You'll be the leader in your area in transferring slides. As a part of your equipment package, you'll receive some very well-engineered 35mm slide transfer technology. When I started years ago, 35mm slide transfer was slow and tedious. In your new studio, you will be able to transfer several thousand slides in a single day.
Profit Center number 14 is audio tape transfer. Try finding someone to transfer old audio cassettes from the 1970s or audio tapes on reels from the 1950s through the 1980s. It's even harder to find a service that transfers audio on wire reels from the 1930s and 40s. You'll offer all of these transfer services in your new studio. And don't worry, you won't have to own your own equipment to do this. We have several vendors to whom you can outsource your projects.
Profit Center number 15 is memorial videos. Memorial videos are just what the name implies, a video tribute to a departed loved one, often produced quickly for viewing during a memorial service shortly after death. These videos require patience and understanding on your part, but what we have found is that they can be among the most rewarding projects we do. Similar to photo keepsake videos, the memorial video focuses on the highlights of a person's life and may include everything from photographs to video and film to audio recordings and other mementos.
Profit Center number 16, Sports Scholarship Videos. In the competitive world of college and professional sports, parents have to take advantage of every opportunity for their sons or daughters who are competing for athletic scholarships. With our special sports scholarship videos, we can save parents time and a lot of headaches by editing highlights of their child's athletic endeavors together into a short, hard-hitting video to send to coaches and athletic directors. These sports scholarship videos give their athletes an edge over others. Just think how popular high school sports are in your community. We've produced sports scholarship videos for just about every sport that's out there. HVS provides special classes on producing these videos. Profit Center number 17, Sports Highlight Videos. Almost everyone participates in some type of sports activity. In recent years, we've found ourselves doing more and more sports highlights videos. Parents love having a highlight video of their children's sports activities just to save as a family keepsake. Teams, everything from tennis to bowling to softball, want highlight videos for their annual banquets. Any amateur sports activity is a candidate for a highlight video. Now, Profit Center number 18, Arts, Music, and Entertainment Demo Videos. This is nearly the same as the sports scholarship video. More and more schools are telling kids that if they're going to go on to college to become an arts teacher or a musician, or if they want to go to school for music or drama, they're going to need a video. Whether it's a video of them broadcasting a newscast over the school's radio station, performing in a musical or talent show, whatever their talent is, they're going to need a video to send to colleges as a way of introducing themselves and competing for scholarships. Customers bring in their homemade or even professionally shot videos, and we create a highly effective production. Or they might bring in their son's or daughter's artwork, and we'll make a photo collage for them on video. It doesn't matter whether they're trying to get into Indiana University School of Music, the University of Southern California, or the Art Institute. These videos are extremely important to their securing entrance into these schools and getting scholarship money to pay for their education. Making these kinds of demo videos is an easy profit center, and they're not a problem to sell at all. You can market to all the schools, art groups, and other organizations in your area. They'll be happy to hear of your service.
We call our next Profit Center number 19, Pop-Up People, Green Screen Videography. More and more people are watching video on the internet, so it just makes sense they are requesting better quality videos to place on their own websites, on YouTube, or anywhere else on the net. This is a really fun profit center. Using green screen technology and your creative skills, you can shoot customers and put them in any location you want to. They can be standing in front of the Eiffel Tower without leaving your studio. They can be drifting in space or standing on a tropical island. Also, many people simply want to pop up on their website and deliver a short message to their visitors. Hence the name Pop-Up People. You've seen them. They are everywhere and very effective. With your green screen and our guidance, you can create these videos for your customers and have a great time.
Profit Center number 20 is Webisodes, Video for the Net. Speaking of video for the net, you'll find that more and more of your customers want professional-looking video content for their own websites. That's what our Webisodes is all about. You can do it all. Shoot, edit, add sound effects, narration, and music, and encode and upload for the web. You can do any or all of these services for your customers. The best part is, with our name, Webisodes, you can encourage your customers to keep doing new videos, a series of webisodes, every month, every quarter, certainly every year. And that's repeat business. Profit Center number 21 is Video Life Stories. Everyone has a story to tell. Life Stories is a recording of any older person, usually, or any person for that matter, who wants to tell his or her life story to the camera in a free-flowing, unrehearsed manner to recall their life history, the things they want others to know about them. They are really video memoirs with the voice and image of the subject, the person, him or herself, and they are powerful. Often, you will receive these recordings from your customers who need for you to edit the many tapes into a coherent, interesting, and perhaps entertaining video. They shoot the interviews themselves and bring their raw footage to you. Your market for life stories includes upscale retirement homes, assisted living facilities, and nursing homes. Let's say it's an upscale retirement home. You approach the activities director saying, "Hey, would you like to have some entertainment provided for Tuesday afternoon?" Well, Home Video Studio is going to come into your facility and record your residents' life stories. On Tuesday from 2 to 5, we'll set up in your recreation room. We'll bring in some lights, set up our camera, and we'll let your residents come in and tell us, to the camera, their life story. Each resident will get 15 to 20 minutes to tell their life story. Home Video Studios will then take these life stories, make a few edits, add some personal photographs if the resident wants us to, and bring back a DVD or videotape to give back to them. The post-production work is where you can make additional money, putting in photos or perhaps even the resident's favorite music selection to this life story. Of course, they may want additional copies to give out to their families. With more and more people living longer in their golden years, Life Stories is a great way to preserve memories of an elderly loved one. We refer to our next group as specialty profit centers because you really have to work up to doing these types of projects. You have to specialize by employing several unique skills in both editing and sales. Profit Center number 22 is called This Is Your Lifetime Video.
As the HVS Studio program began to grow, I found myself making fewer and fewer photo keepsakes, and I really missed it. I missed the creativity. Even with all my responsibilities with HVS, I was, and I still am, running my own home video studio. But I just don't have the time to do all those cool photo videos and editing projects that you will be doing. Well, one day in March, several years ago, I was working in my studio. The phone rang, as it does every day, and I answered it. It was this lady on the phone, and she said she had a lot of home movie slides and photos. It turned out that the lady on the phone did have a lot of stuff. In fact, she had tons of stuff, both 16 and 8mm home movies, lots of photos and newspaper articles, and hundreds of 35mm slides. She also had a boatload of videotapes. It seems that her mom and dad had both died earlier in the year, and she just didn't know what to do with all that stuff. Well, I was there to help her out. She only lived a couple of miles from me, so I said that I would be right down to see her. I drove over, and sure enough, she literally had everything in her garage. Her garage was covered with photos and boxes and all this stuff. Now, I had been looking for a way to keep my hand in the creative side of things, and immediately I knew this was it. Since I had been working a lot of 16-hour days building HVS, I had been getting up real early and turning in real late, just in time to turn on the biography channel. I loved watching those biographies. Sitting there in my customer's living room, I realized that what she needed a biography for her parents, a keepsake like no other I had done before. It was what I needed too, a way to get my creative juices flowing again, and of course to make some money, a lot of money as it turned out, in the process. Together that day, we went through her photos, movies, and videos. I described my idea of a lifetime video for her, and she loved it. It would be a great way for her to combine all of her media and create a lasting legacy for her parents. I described how I would transfer her materials to video, do family interviews, add voiceover, and create a 60 to 90-minute biography, all for only $10,000. Only $10,000. Now, there's the amazing part. She paid me on the spot $10,000. It took me most of the day just to pack up her stuff. Why did she pay me $10,000? Because I showed her a vision. I painted her a picture of what her video would look like. And I can teach you how to do this as well. 1 year later, her final program was done. She was thrilled with it. Now keep in mind that lifetime videos are much more complex than any photo video keepsake. They require quite a bit of time, planning, and execution. You will be drawing on all of your creative skills, but the great part is these projects are extremely fun and rewarding to do. And as you can tell, very lucrative too.
Now, here are the basics of the lifetime video. They require some experience to produce, so you'll need to grow into these projects. The price for a lifetime video ranges from $5,000 to $35,000. Your target market is mostly middle-class folks and up who want to make an epic for themselves or a loved one. Also, keep in mind, there's a lot of ego involved here. It's not necessarily arrogance, but these customers believe, rightly or wrongly, that their life stories need to be told in detail, and that's good for you. The timeline for producing these projects is usually from 6 months to a year, so you probably won't do more than 1 or 2 a year. This profit center requires a little seasoning and a multitude of skills. We're always training on various parts of this profit center, so when the opportunity to produce a lifetime video presents itself, you'll have the skills and talent to produce one. You won't be sorry because these projects are extremely rewarding. Profit center number 23 is company promos. A company promo is a short video from 2 to 5 minutes, usually describing the company or one of its products. These are very profitable short videos in the $2,000 to $5,000 range. Many times they are all about post-production and effects, but occasionally you'll actually shoot video as well. You might add music or voiceover narration, or just do the editing. These videos are also popular with organizations, clubs, governmental, and other municipal agencies as well. Even though you'd think that most of these types of customers could do their own videos, that's not the case. There's a lot more to doing professional-looking videos than just having a decent camera. It requires knowledge, training, and most important, guidance. With your HVS studio, you'll get the training and guidance you need to present a totally professional-looking product, something most companies and groups really cannot do on their own. They need you. Now, profit center number 24 is documentary-style corporate video. It's another one of our profit centers that we call a specialty. Now, it doesn't have to be a specialty. It can be just an occasional area of work, but it can be an area that some home video studio owners specialize in.
When I was a full-time film and video producer-director, I would rarely go out and shoot a video from a script. I didn't want to mess with a script because this was usually a roadblock between me and getting the job and/or my payment for that film or video. Plus, most of the companies and organizations didn't and still don't want to write scripts or pay for a script to be written. So I sidestepped that whole script issue. With documentary-style corporate videos, we shoot all the video first and then write a voiceover script after we have done our rough edit. Now let me stop here and just say that when we're talking about corporate video, documentary-style production, we're not just talking about corporate videos. We're talking about videos for organizations, government, really just anybody that wants a video done. This makes a more dynamic and better video because the video images motivate the audio and not the opposite. Plus, we get paid quicker in the process. You make all the money instead of some scriptwriter taking part of your profits. These are great projects that you can really get involved in. I teach 1, 2, and 3-day classes in this profit center. We also bring in people to teach lighting, sound recording, makeup, etc. There can be a lot of stuff involved.
Profit center number 25, high concept video, is definitely a high profit center, one of the profit centers you may want to specialize in or do occasionally because you enjoy them and because they are such a high-ticket item. A high-concept video is a 5 to 8 minute video. It's very short. It's produced in the 16:9 format, so it has the rectangular screen, and we use the whole screen, just like you're watching a modern movie. You would see that 16:9 palette, so to speak. Now, we use the whole screen, but we use multiple images on that whole screen. So, we might have a 4:3 image on that screen and several smaller images on the screen as well, so that 4, 5, 6, or even 9 things are going on at any one time. It's certainly eye candy. I have felt for many years that Americans are now conditioned to watch many things all at the same time. We're aware of so many more things happening on the TV screen as well as in everyday life.
Think about it. When you're watching CNN or Fox News, or really any TV program now, you're conditioned to absorb 4 to 6 things going on at any one time. For instance, you may have on CNN's main program, but on the upper left-hand screen you have some dangerous storm that is bashing the docks off the coast of Florida. Then you might see a ticker at the bottom of the screen showing the latest stock market information and the temperature. Or you might notice a scroll in the upper right-hand part of the screen reporting that a judge is about to rule on some important case. It's almost like speed reading for media. The main program's running while some other images are running at the same time.
So a rather brief high-concept video has hundreds, if not thousands, of images. The subject matter might be a couple's 50th anniversary, or a corporate CEO's retirement from his company. These high-concept videos are great for telling about a family's, company's, or organization's history. Viewers watch over and over for new images and impressions each time. At any moment during a high-concept video, the viewer will encounter, consciously or subconsciously, many images, moving pictures, still pictures, and graphics, as well as music and narration. You, as the editor, can use your imagination to the extreme. This is certainly a fertile area for your most creative abilities. Now, what does a high-concept video cost? The simple answer, from $5,000 to $25,000. It is clearly a specialty profit center for you. It's also a great profit if you only do 1 or 2 a year. Plus, they're fun and very challenging. Would you do one of these high-concept videos in your first year in business? Maybe. It's happened before, but you're going to need some seasoning. You're going to have to become a solid video editor. But we've had a couple of owners do it in their first year in business. It just depends on your technical ability and how quickly you can execute that knowledge after our training. Now, our 26th profit center is wedding and event videography. Weddings and other events used to take a long time to shoot, and an even longer time to edit. They still take the same amount of time to shoot, of course, but the shooting is much easier now. Plus, technology has caught up with the event world as far as post-production and editing goes. We can now shoot on hard drives or flash memory, thereby eliminating the capturing time by transferring directly to our editing software. With multicam editing, we can edit 3 or 4 cameras at once, thereby producing a very professional piece of work. In fact, we can now edit a wedding in 1/5 the time it used to require. Weddings and events are a multi-billion-dollar industry. A bride's wedding is one of the most important days in their life, and you only have one chance to shoot a wedding. In fact, most events offer just a one-shot opportunity. You miss it, and you're toast. There's lots of pressure, but some of our owners thrive on it. They love weddings, they love the challenge, and they do well with the events. Within HVS, this is a specialty profit center for owners with a passion for it. You must have our training to be successful. You must enjoy the lifestyle. We'll teach you how to do weddings and events, how to price them, and how to make money so you're not giving away the store. And now for our last specialty profit center, Savers of the Family Archives, Profit Center number 27. It certainly seems like we live in an era of more and more natural disasters. The hurricanes, wildfires, and floods, the tornadoes in the Midwest, and even destructive thunderstorms seem to be more prevalent these days. Here in Indiana, whenever there are purple clouds outside, boy, the television and radio stations are interrupting programming with the beep, 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 heightened weather alarms. They're doing wall-to-wall coverage with all the storm stuff, even when it's not serious. And CNN, MSNBC, Fox, and the broadcast networks are all doing the same thing. The Weather Channel is a station in itself now, with 24-hour coverage nationwide. You can tune in and watch these disasters in prime time. Of course, our smartphones and devices keep us up to date as well, with up-to-the-minute reports and notifications. The media keeps us on edge about these storms and disasters. We're more alert now. When you see TV coverage of a forest fire, more often than not, Some young, up-and-coming reporter is standing there asking a poor victim, "Sir, you only had 15 minutes to go back into your house before the fire engulfed it. What did you grab inside your home?" Invariably, the man says something like, well, we grabbed the dog and we tried to grab the family photos and other precious keepsakes, but to be honest, they were spread out everywhere in the house, and all I was able to get was this one photo album with Mom and Dad's wedding photos." Or he might say, "All I could get was this one photo of my son." Or the reporter is standing at the scene of devastation following a hurricane or tornado, and the camera pans around, showing you the victims as they sort through the debris of what used to be their homes, and they're picking up family photos that are now all wet, muddy, and grimy. There are just millions of photos out there, in scrapbooks, in drawers, shelves, shoe boxes, even more stuck on memory sticks and locked in people's computers and hard drives. What happens if a person's computer or hard drive goes down? Or what if their laptop gets stolen? Fires, floods, storms, all those precious, irreplaceable family photos that seemed were safe are now gone.
Savers of the Family Archives is designed to rescue these people's photo memories before a disaster strikes. You help them preserve their family photos and memories, including their irreplaceable personal documents. Part of the solution is just making people more aware that you can help them before they have a problem. For this reason, Savers is always a great profit center to promote at fairs and expos. What do you charge for an archive? Simple. Most archives will be under $5,000, but you will find some that are $7,000, $10,000, or even $15,000. People will pay to preserve their heritage and their memories. The more extensive, the more valuable, and the more irreplaceable their collections are, the more you will be able to charge. Savers of the Family Archives is an extremely important service that most people need and will buy from you once you explain it to them.
Wow, there they are. Those are the 27 profit centers, and Robert and his staff will teach you how to do each one of them. In fact, Robert will teach you how to supercharge your business to earn more on each job. For example, he'll show you how, instead of getting $200 or $300 for a video, you can actually be charging $2,000 or $3,000. Now that's supercharged billing.
The key here, Al, is that anyone can run these services, but it is our knowledge of how to run them profitably and how to sell them that makes HVS such a great business. The beauty of our home video studio system is that we have so many simple concepts that translate into dollar signs for our studio owners.
As I mentioned earlier, the HVS training program covers every aspect of your new business with intensive discussion of establishing your business, managing your business, operating all of the technical equipment, marketing, advertising, sales, and customer relations. We spend an enormous amount of time on marketing because marketing your products and services is the heart of your business, of any business for that matter. You'll get intensive hands-on training. You'll learn how to run your equipment, expand your knowledge of and speed with the various components, and dozens of tricks of the trade that only experience or a solid training program like this one can teach you. This is the kind of training program everyone would want if they were going into practically any business, but it is rarely ever available to entrepreneurs in such a thorough structure. So, be ready to work hard because this training is comprehensive.
The more you get to know us, the more you'll understand that we put far more emphasis on the back end of our business than on the front end. That is, we believe in supporting our studio owners in as many ways as possible, and training is our first priority. Our training is really comprehensive. For our basic training week, you should plan to arrive on Sunday and stay until late afternoon on Friday. We divide the week into two halves. In fact, we do every training half and half. Half is on the technical side. We'll show you how to run the software and the equipment, and the other half is on the sales and marketing side. How to get customers, what to say to them, and so forth. We're even going to teach you how to talk on the phone with role-playing. Seriously, it's a lot of fun. It's one of the most important parts of our basic training. In fact, I would say that the telephone is your most important piece of equipment in your studio. In advertising and marketing, we're going to show you what works and we're going to cover pricing. And this is just the basic training that I'm talking about. We have other training sessions throughout the year.
Once you've gone through basic training, we're going to come to your city and install your studio. Now let's take a moment and talk about the equipment you'll need. Even though some potential studio owners may have a lot of knowledge about equipment, it's important to keep in mind that we've been doing this business for a long, long time. We've spent years investigating and using video equipment in our unique business, and quite frankly, we know exactly what you'll need in order to be successful. In fact, we can help you avoid costly mistakes so that you don't buy the wrong gear. We constantly research the industry to find equipment that, first of all, will last, that won't be breaking down on you all the time, equipment that does what we need it to do easily and dependably. We have 3 equipment packages you can choose from: the editor, the director, and the producer. These packages follow our plan and training since everyone starts out as an editor and many wish to produce and direct. Now here's the best part. You may already own some of the equipment in these packages, and that's a good thing. In fact, it's a great thing. It could save you money. You might already have an Apple computer that will work just fine in our business, or a digital video camera that will do the job. If you do, we'll help you integrate your current equipment into the package you choose. You see, the pieces of equipment we use in our business are merely the tools of the trade. It's really how we use our equipment that separates us from the rest, that gives HVS owners a competitive advantage. As a proven business matter, Robert wants all new studio owners to start with a little less equipment than they think they need and then build up their studios from there. When you come to our studio in Indianapolis and see the gear, you'll understand. It's easy to get so excited about your studio equipment. A few new owners have told us that the day the new equipment package arrives is like Christmas, and it really is. As your business grows, and it will grow, your equipment needs will grow too. But we don't want you incurring a huge overhead and debt service for equipment you don't necessarily need right out of the gate. For example, some owners choose to start without a video production camera. They may delay that purchase until they have more business coming in, or until after one of our major training sessions. You'll see a lot of gear at our training sessions, both from vendors and studio owners. If you're an equipment junkie, it's one big party. Now remember, Home Video Studio is a post-production company that sometimes does video production, not the other way around. So you may choose not to even get into production. It's really up to you. Again, we're going to come to your city and install your studio. This visit is crucial. We'll hook up every piece of equipment. Then we'll train you on how to operate your new studio, and we'll go through a refresher course on editing with you. Next, we'll go out into your community and teach you how to start getting new business for your studio. Home Video Studio has a quick ramp-up time. In fact, many of our studios begin getting business from the first day they come on board.
After all of our training sessions, you will return home with many benefits. First, you'll get a financial boost. You're going to make more money when you get back home. You'll also get a camaraderie boost. You'll meet other studio owners and get acquainted with them at trainings. Camaraderie at Home Video Studio is essential and significant. Most of our studio owners have become good friends. They help each other out, and that's just another layer of support for you. Not only do you enjoy their company, but they can also assist you. You can learn from them. If you have a problem, you can talk to fellow studio owners around the country and ask them for advice. You'll also get a motivational boost at these trainings. If you weren't already excited before you come to advanced training or the getaway, you will definitely be more excited once you've been there. And don't forget the technical boost you'll experience. You're going to become a better video producer, and that's a good point to emphasize. Home Video Studio owners are the best in the business. You have the best equipment, you'll have the best training, and you'll certainly have the best support. It's a really great team.
Now let's talk more specifically about these trainings. We have 2 major trainings every year, Actually, during your first year, you'll have a total of 3 trainings because you will have had basic training in addition to the 2 other major training sessions. Once a year, we have what we call advanced training, 6 days of training in Indianapolis. We call it our mini college of training. We have 3 tracks each day from which to choose. 3 different specialty areas are going to be going on at the same time. You'll expand your basic training knowledge in key areas and receive additional advanced instruction in several specialty areas. Accordingly, our trainers for this advanced instruction are highly specialized, seasoned pros. I call it Hollywood meets the Hoosiers. For example, at advanced training, you may choose classes in sales and marketing, editing, Adobe and Apple software, sound editing, Photoshop, and motion graphics. Now, some of our classes are profit center based. For example, we have a class called The Art of the Photo Keepsake. Another one focuses on sports scholarship and sports highlight videos. Still another discusses lifetime videos. These profit center based classes are great for expanding your knowledge about producing videos that really sell. You may also choose to attend classes on video production, lighting, using a green screen, weddings, event videography, and more. All of our classes are taught by our HVS staff, Apple-certified instructors, and seasoned studio owners. Oh, and Robert teaches classes too. You pick the areas or topics you need help in, and we do the rest. Advanced training is our most intense training. Classes start early and go late. Plus, we have fun events almost every evening like pizza and a movie night, the unofficial game night, and our traditional celebration dinner in honor of everyone who is new. It's their first advanced training. Another tradition is hearing the keynote speech, usually given by the Rookie of the Year.
Let me take a moment to talk about our other major training experience. Again, we call it the Home Video Studio Annual Getaway, and it's fantastic. Every studio owner I've ever spoken to has told me that they look forward to the getaway more than any other event during the year. Over the years, it's become the highlight training session of the year. We hold the getaway in the summer, usually in Orlando. Because we are a family-oriented business, we want studio owners to bring their families, because as you know, there's plenty for families to do in the Orlando area. Similar to our advanced training, at the getaway we have 3 tracks going on at the same time. You'll make friends with a whole bunch of wonderful people. We have quite a mixture of beginner, intermediate, and highly experienced studio owners. We have brand new people like yourself, and we have owners who are in their 4th or 5th year, and others in their 8th or 9th year. We even have some who are in their 10th year or more in business. The mix of rookies and old pros seems to really benefit everyone. But the vets also learn something from the beginners. So we have classes for everybody. We know that some people catch on to things faster or slower, so we make both advanced training and our getaway training very flexible for you.
The annual Getaway Week usually begins on Wednesday in late July. At the end of the first day, which usually focuses on marketing, you're invited to attend the President and Founder's Cocktail Party. Don't eat before you come because there's plenty of food for everyone. It's a great way to kick off the convention week. It's also a great way to greet old friends and make new friends who share common interests and common bonds. Our unofficial slogan for the HVS family is, "One family, one bond, one focus." They really are a wonderful bunch of people. The cocktail party is also the place where we announce the nominees for our annual Hanley Awards, our version of the Oscars. We give out 16 awards for excellence in video, as well as many other achievement awards. Now, the Oscars have awards for Best Picture and Best Director. Home Video Studio has Best Photo Keepsake, Best Documentary, Best Editing, Best Sports Video, and other categories. We make the nominee announcements that evening, and it's always very exciting.
By the way, I didn't choose the name for the Hanley Awards. We had a contest many years ago, and I can't help it, but the Hanley Awards was the winner. The studio owner who suggested this was Andy Conti, one of our great studio owners from Nutley, New Jersey, and a multiple Hanley Award winner. Andy now serves as the Master of Ceremonies of the Hanleys. You might be thinking, why do we do things like the Hanley Awards at our convention? Well, the answer may surprise you. The Hanley Awards are not just fluff. When you get nominated or receive an award at our convention, it helps to build your business. We'll send you home with a news release that announces your Hanley nominations and wins. Your hometown paper should cover this release and publish a story, and that will bring in new business. We know it will. We've seen that happen before. It's so exciting and rewarding to win an award and to be recognized by your peers. It's a good idea for all of us to see what each other is doing. It keeps us motivated to do better. It reinforces the good things we are doing every day in our studios. Fluff, far from it. On the Thursday and Friday of Convention Week, we'll have all kinds of classes lined up for you. We even have orientation classes for spouses and partners who may not have been involved in the business yet. It allows us to bring them up to speed. Saturday night, of course, is the time for the Gala Hanley Awards Black Tie Dinner. It's a formal affair and it's a lot of fun. We show clips from the past year's work produced by studio owners from all over the country. And that alone will give you a ton of ideas to take back and use in your studio. We present Achievement Awards, Special Category Awards, Rookie of the Year, Studio Owner of the Year, and many other important awards, all of which are impressive and suitable for displaying in your studio. When you come on board as a home video studio owner, be sure to attend our getaway. It's a really fun experience.
Now, here are some of the most frequently asked questions about our home video studio business. Robert, do I need to be a techie, a computer-savvy person, or a natural-born salesperson?
Well, most people come to us with some level of experience, either in life or with people, with computers, or in sales. Or it could be in something else. We evaluate your experience and teach you what you don't know. We do all of our trainings in baby steps. It's easy, and it's really fun. And you don't have to be a techie or a salesperson. You just have to be motivated to run your own studio.
How do I make the transition from what I'm doing now to doing this business full-time? Can you help me with that?
Oh, yes, we can. We have helped so many people make the transition from where they are now to where they want to be. Making that transition begins when you first start talking to us. We'll help you make a game plan. You can start the business part-time and work your way to full-time if you want to.
Will this business work in my area?
The simple answer is yes, if you have a population base around you. If you live in the middle of nowhere or in a rural area, we won't be able to sell you a studio. However, if you live in a county with at least 30,000 people, you are in business. HVS works very well in metro areas and very, very well in the suburbs.
How much space will my studio require?
Well, for the first 11 years, we operated our studio from a small upstairs bedroom, only about 120 square feet. Your new equipment package requires at least 100 square feet. You might consider using one side of the family room. You could use a basement, a spare bedroom, loft, attic, etc. That's really part of the fun of it, deciding where your new studio will go. So I've got a question for you. Where will you put your new studio?
Can you help me with financing?
Of course I want you to call me anyway, but if you're thinking of going to a bank or if you're going to get financing, you definitely want to talk to me before you do that. We have been in this business for a long time and we're good at helping people find financing.
Can I convert my 401k and fund my new business?
Oh yes, this is a really good thing to do, and this is a popular trend these days. People use this option all the time, and I highly recommend it.
I've listened to this audio program, and I'm excited. I've got questions, but I'm excited. What do I do now? What should be my next step?
Well, I think you should call me. Whoever is listening now, whatever your situation is, whoever you are, let's talk. Get to know each other a little. Elle and I have talked long enough on this program, and now I think it's time that I listen to you for a while. I'd really like to hear your story. Everyone always has a bunch of questions when they call, but you know what? There always seems to be one question that rises to the top. It's that one question that I like to say that it's burning a hole in your pocket. It's the question that has to be asked and answered before you can move forward. So give me a call and we'll talk about that question. All right, so call me today. No matter what time it is, where you live, I will answer all of your questions and we'll talk about the next steps. You can reach me at 1-800-464-8220. Now that's my cell phone. Feel free to call me any time of the day and any day of the week. Now here's the key. I really love what I do, and I can't wait to talk to you. Thanks for listening, and God bless.